We're not even going into the intro. Not today, Joe.
You didn't even play the intro.
Hey, we're not going into the intro. Let's just start the show. But let's talk about what we're talking about because
You want to say that for open mic?
Yeah, I do. Hey, hold on. Nah, I want to talk about it right now.
Ain't nobody in yet. We don't know who coming in anyway.
You right. You right. You right.
We got to go back.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay.
What's going down, gamblers around the world? It's the coach representing Brothas N Bets, and I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Marley Bets. Marley, what's going down with you, my boy?
What is the deal, man? Not shit. Can't call it. Just chilling, dog. Just chilling.
And welcome to our college football show. That's supposed to start at 8:30, but you know, black folks, we got shit to do.
I'll take some blame for that.
No, ain't no blame. We just do it. It's our thing. Hey, we gonna do it. But anywho, man, hey, we want to jump right into a topic that my boy Marley was coming on with.
I brought it up.
Nah, we're not gonna talk about it. Right? We said we was gonna wait. All right, because let me continue sharing the show. But Marley, let's talk about your NFL show, man, and tell the people when they can catch it each and every week.
Wednesday, 4:00. We started at 4:30 today, like Coach says. You know, black people, man. I ain't gonna put that on black people, man. That's all Brothas N Bets. We was on CPT time, but that whole is going to happen. I think it was a good show. Finally, I got Cap, I had LJ, I had Plus. Cap to get on my ass. I had Plus. I keep calling him Cap. I had Plus from No Cap Bets and LJ on. Two Brothas N Bets, finally looking like some brothers. And then, you know, good show. We got some good plays.
So what's some of your plays, my boy? Don't talk about the Thursday night, but what's some of your plays, man? Tell the people.
Let's see. I'm on the Texans. Minus the 6 against Chicago. I think that's easy, but I just think we in two different classes there. I'm also on what we talked about. Shit. Let me go through my shit and see who are we talked about. I'm on the Dolphins. It's another game we was on. We covered. I'm on the Dolphins. They got the Bills at the crib. Should be a tough game though.
Y'all heard me say it. Y'all
I'm
heard
on
me
the
say it.
Dolphins.
I said, don't, bro. I asked. I said, don't say your Thursday night game.
Is that Thursday? Oh.
No. Hey, it's all good, dog.
Cheers.
My bad. I was just like, hey, just don't.
Caught me off.
Are you good? Oh, okay. Y'all see what it is. See, I'm fresh off practice. He's on his off day, so he can do that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not off. Oh, practice. Got you. Yep. No practice on Wednesdays.
Well, man, let's get ready to jump right into it. Let's go quick little recap. Last week on my free picks, I went 3-0, cashing in on Tennessee, cashing in on Texas over. My first ever total pick that I gave out.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Sweated that hoe out.
Say that again.
Oh no, I say we sweated that hoe out.
Which one? That Texas one?
Yeah, over, nigga. We barely got that hoe.
Yeah. But we hit. You know, Marley went 2-2 for the week, but overall, he's sitting at 5-2, and I'm sitting at 3-2, man. So we're above 500. You're looking pretty good. You know, you doubled your losses.
Combined 8-4.
Huh?
So that's a combined 8-4.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying. We trying to do what we trying to do. You feel me? Yeah, man. I'm trying to get this stuff out.
Yeah, man. That's a combined 8-4. That's 4 games over 500. We're on a good track, on a good start. Nice start to the season so far. P with the coach with the bounce back win. Bounce back week from last week.
Man, I was trash last week. But we're gonna make something happen this week, man.
First.
Shout out to everybody who's following us. Let's get this thing started. Let's talk about tomorrow's game. Thursday night, Arizona State taking on Texas State. One of two. This is one of 2 college football games that's going down. And let me pull up my actual factuals real quick for this game. I thought I had it up, so I apologize to the peoples. Where the heck is it? Man, all right. Anywho, I got to pull it. All right, here it is. All right. Never mind, man. Anywho, dog. My notes ain't pulling up right now, but Arizona State took care of business last week. I know for a fact against UTSA, battle of I-35. And now they got the newest members of the Big 12, Arizona State, coming into the conference, coming into the state of Texas to start their little Texas back and forth for the next couple of months. Just off the rip, I think I might go with the bigger boys. Now, Marley, this is a prime example. And I know Texas State got a lot of transfers in, but Marley, this is the prime scenario where you ask the question to the people. And when I mean the people, the young kids, the young athletes. Would you rather go to a scholarship Texas State or Arizona State? They offer you a ride. Where are you going?
You want to say Arizona State. So I think you would be going. But them Texas boys in Texas, man.
Yeah, and they brought in a lot of they whooped the heck out of UTSA. So that's a rivalry game. Are they riding high off of that victory? I think so. I got to go with the bigger program. I'm going with Arizona State to come in there, take care of business. They've been playing against better competition year in, year out. Texas State has been coming around for the last couple of years. Excuse me. But I think I like Arizona State right here in this spot with Texas State coming off of that high momentum. a high energy game. Granted, they got the rest a lot of their starters very early, but I'm going with the bigger program right here. If I'm a kid, maybe even in Houston, you're top recruit, one of the top recruits, and it came down to Arizona State, Texas State, you probably gonna go to Arizona State. Now, if Skylar had this option right now, Arizona State, Texas State, where are you as a father going to advise him to go? Not where he going to go to advise him. What would it be?
I don't know, man. I would leave it up to him, but my advice would be Arizona State is probably the better school. But obviously that would depend on what they're talking about, what position, how much playing time. What's the NIL deal? These are questions I'm asking as a father. What's the NIL deal? But if we're just talking about what school I think is better through history, what has a better historic program, I'll probably tell you Arizona State.
Yeah. So that's my official play. Marley, I don't think you have a play for this one, but what's your play?
I do not have a play on this game. Excuse me. I do not have a play on this game here. If I had to lean, it'd be Arizona State. But obviously, I didn't even really look this game up, honestly. I glanced at it, but I didn't give it a look.
Yep.
I don't know how good.
In Arizona. I thought Arizona was, but Arizona State, one of the two.
Like the fact
but I know they're not too far apart. Say it again.
I do like the fact that Texas State at home. Arizona is not a powerhouse team. Like, it's not the Arizona State back in the day. They ain't good right now. But yeah, I don't have a play.
All right, well,
P. Cal, what up, Coach B? That's my boy right there.
We appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm the coach. That's Marley Bets. We are Brothas N Bets. And let's get on to our next game.
Let's get to some real football.
And we talking about Alabama taking on Wisconsin. This is a game right here that it's like, dang, about time Bama travels up north, and dang, about time somebody up north want to take them on. And this is a good matchup right here. This is probably the best matchup of the weekend. And let's get right into it. The 2-0 Crimson Tide with Jalen Miro. Shout out to the Houston product, traveling to Wisconsin to take on the Wisconsin Badgers. This game's going down 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in Wisconsin. The line opened up at 15.5, and right now that line is sitting at 16. The total sitting at 49.5. Let's get to some of these actual factuals real quick. For the Crimson Tide, Bama sitting at 9-4 against the spread in the last 13 games. 6-0 straight up in the last 6 games on the road. 8-2 against the spread in the last 10 games when playing against an opponent from the Big Ten. 19-1 straight up in the last 20 games played in the month of September. As far as Wisconsin, the unders hit 6 out of the last 8 games. They are 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games. 2-5 straight up in the last 7 games when playing against an SEC conference opponent. 5-2 straight up in the month of September in the last 7 games. And they are 2-6-1 in the last 9 games when playing on a Saturday at the crib. Bama, Caden Proctor, he's questionable for this game, as well as Cole Adams, wide receiver for the Crimson Tide. Wisconsin has a nice looking list right now, a lot of questionables, undisclosed situations. Did we talk about this team last year? Because I'm gonna read you some names, and we're gonna figure out, like, did these guys get in trouble, or are they like hurt, or are they just like not trying to release any information? We got Quincy Burrows, wide receiver, he's questionable. Leighton Nelson, offensive lineman, he's questionable, undisclosed. Tywee Walker, questionable, running back. Joseph Griffin Jr., wide receiver, he out for the season. So, it's undisclosed as well. Rob Booker II, tight end, questionable. Thomas Hemberger, questionable at the linebacker position. And Xavier Lucas, questionable. Now, we know Thomas Hemberger probably not riding in the car with him unless he just down like that. we gonna let the people decide what they think went down. Bama had a nice little scare early in the game and ended up taking off late. I actually took them on the spread and lost. They beat UCF 42-16, but man, that game was close. In fact, USF was not too far behind, or if I want to remember, winning at halftime.
14-13.
It was something like that. While Wisconsin took care of business 27-13 against South Dakota. So with all that being said, Marley bets Bama traveling up to Wisconsin. When are we going to jump around in the fourth quarter? What's your bet?
Whoa, Tide. I'm all over Alabama, dog. Yeah, all the way. Give me about a 16. I don't think this is going to be a close game. Yes. South Florida hung around with Alabama until the fourth quarter, and then in that fourth quarter, 28 points.
Yeah.
So, and I guess technically the same can be said for Wisconsin, but I mean they went up against South Dakota State, and that was a 7-point game in the fourth quarter, 20-27. They ended up scoring a touchdown late to make it 27-14, and they struggled against Western Michigan before that, which was another close game in the fourth quarter. I think it was they were down a touchdown to start that fourth quarter against Western Michigan. So and to use your old as a coach, even though it's a new head coach at Bama, hey, you get a scholarship to Bama or you get a scholarship offer to Wisconsin, coach. Where you going?
Bama. Roll Tide.
I'm going to Bama. I am too. I like what the boys done so far. I don't care for numbers too much, only because it's like week 2 of the season. So the numbers haven't really told the story. It hasn't been a lot of competition. Most of these teams ain't played anybody yet. So it's still hard to gauge with the data. We don't have enough data, I don't think. I can read you off a bunch of great numbers by Milroe, 23 of 35, 394 yards, 5 touchdowns, no picks. The freshman receiver, Williams, I think is Williams Miller's from Houston. From Texas, Tyler. But Williams, the freshman sensation, 6 receptions, 200 yards, 3 TDs. We can do all that, but honestly, it means nothing. They played UCF, and I can't think of who else the first game was against, but anybody significant. I do like Malusi, though, the running back from Wisconsin. We know what Wisconsin going to try to do. They're going to play old school Alabama football. They're going to try to run the ball, play defense, keep it tight. But I think the board and their offense, once they get going, it's just going to be too much. They're going to pull away, probably pull away late. If you would like Wisconsin, I look at that first half, probably 9, 8.5. That might not be a bad bet, but full game, man, give me Bama plus minus 16.
Yeah, man, I'm right there with you. And I can't go with the first half on that because Bama just showed me that they are not a.
Yeah, that's why I say if you like Wisconsin, I would take the first half.
Whole new coaching regime, whole new coaching staff, new players, new coaches trying to figure things out, getting to know each other. They're just not there yet to be betting on the first half. So I do see them pulling away late in this one. I see it being a lot close, very close till like towards the end. Let's expect if we can get a defensive touchdown anytime in that game, I think we cover the spread easily.
Yeah. I actually think we cover the spread easily.
A special teams or a defensive touchdown is going to let me know right now, like, hey, we're ready to take care of business. So I'm right there with you on this play. Bama minus 16 is my official play. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm the coach, and that's Marley Bets. And we're going to stay in the SEC. SEC taking on the ACC. We got Boston College sitting at 2-0, upset Florida State in Tallahassee, taking on the Missouri Tigers, the guys who turning this thing around. A lot of speed on this team. They're 2-0. This game's going down at 12:45 Eastern Standard Time in Mizzou Stadium. The line opened up at 16.5, and right now that line is sitting at 16. Another 16. Get to some of these actual factuals, but real quick, the total's sitting at 54 right now. Boston College 8-3 straight up in the last 11 games. They're 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games on the road. They are 5-1 straight up in the last 6 games when playing on a Saturday, but 4-9 straight up in the last 13 games when playing on the road. The overs hit 7 out of the last 9 games in the month of September for the Boston College. Mizzou's 8-1 against the spread in the last 9 games. The unders hit 6 out of the last 8. They are 6-0 straight up in the last 6 games at the crib. The total has gone over 4 times against an opponent in the ACC in the last 5 games. They are also 2-4, if you like statistics like this, against the spread in the last 6 games when playing in week 3. Injury report right now for Boston College. Really nobody who's been in the mix lately, but Cameron Martinez, defensive back, he's questionable for this game. As far as Mizzou, Theo Reese, wide receiver, he's probable for this game with an arm injury. Cameron, spelled just like the rapper, Johnson, offensive lineman, he's questionable for this game. Even the star wide receiver, Luther Bourbon III, he's probable for this game because he's sick right now. Jamarian Wayne, wide receiver, he's questionable as well. And Brett Norfleet, tight end, he's questionable. Last time we seen Boston College, they played Duquesne 56-0, while Mizzou won 38-0 against Buffalo. So, with that being said, Mizzou versus Boston College. Marley, what's your play?
Man, I'm gonna take those 16 points, man. I just think it's too much. I'm not sure how good Mizzou is. They're good. I don't get it twisted, boys that don't know. They are good. They are worthy of a number 6 pick. I think they're a top 10 team as of now. But I just think it's too many points against a team that typically runs the ball very well. Obviously, we saw what they did against Florida State. Quarterback, running back duo, what's his name? Castellanos. I think that's his name. Quarterback, dual threat quarterback
it's
out of there.
Yeah, something weird.
Yeah, it's Castellanos. Hold on. Now you finna make it up. Yeah, Castellanos. I was right. Thomas Castellanos. 6 TDs, 340 yards, 93.9 QBR. But again, numbers kind of don't mean a whole lot. But I do just think that 16 points is too much for a team that can run the ball as well as they can. Missouri's going to have to show up. It is a home game for Mizzou. So that's a little concerning. And they offense can move the ball up tempo, obviously. But I just feel like if Boston College can have success running the ball, I don't think they'll win the game. I just think they can keep it within a 2 touchdown and a field goal score, especially it's just the thing we don't know is was Florida State that bad. And those are your Seminoles, coach. So maybe you can tell me a little bit better about that. But I like the 16 here. I just think it's too many points. I know Cook and those boys in Missouri, Cook is the quarterback. I know Cook and those boys can move the ball. I know they're going to put up some points. I just feel like 16 might be a little bit too much. And Cook's only thrown 1 touchdown and 1 interception thus far. 48 for 67, 456 yards. So, yeah, they're throwing it all over the place, but he ain't got a bunch of touchdowns. They put up 38 against Buffalo last week and 51 against Murray State the week before that. So I think we'll get a much more tight ball game. Shout out to Billy O'Brien, man.
Yes, sir.
Believe what I'm saying.
That's
you know what
for
I'm saying?
real.
Shout out to Bill O, man. Got them boys looking good right now. So put me on that 16, Doc.
I'm on that 16 with you, man. For everything you said, and yeah, shout out to Bill O.B. You know, got his own little program.
Doing all right.
You could tell by the play calling in the Florida State game that this was a NFL coach. He wasn't doing nothing stupid, you know. He took care of business with
we're gonna keep doing what works.
Right. So shout out to that boy right there, man. But yeah, too many points, especially with all those injuries pending right now for Mizzou, and if Burden's sick, you know, that's their guy. That's the best player on the team, 5-star guy. But I do like BC. I think they riding high. And that's a lot of points, man. 2 touchdowns. We cover.
And the field goal.
Right. So, yeah, man, I'm all in on this one. BC. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm the coach. It's Marley Bets. We are Brothas N Bets. And, man, hey, real quick, dog, we got to go to open mic segment. And if people who were locked in, waiting on the show to come on, y'all kind of seen that it came on kind of, not the norm. You feel me? But you was about to tell me something about should I be church?
No, I was just asking have you seen. I was just asking, do you know what happened? With that man, how his page got hacked today. So he said.
Shout out to J.O. He said, I thought I know.
That's all I was going. That's all I was asking.
Marley
The man was trending, so I was trying to verify.
Hey,
never thought I'd hear shout out.
So what happened? All I know is I get on Twitter and I see AB post a screenshot of Marvin from Baby Boy Bent Over and Bill O'Brien. I mean, this is something like shit. It's something like Shannon Sharp looking at his phone, noticing that his shit was live. So what happened, bro? What did he do?
That boy went live. Well, I'm not gonna say he went live because I don't know. I guess it was hacked, but that boy phone was on live, and that boy was smashing some chick named Michelle because that boy was like, oh, "This my Michelle."
He said that.
Like that's my Michelle or this something, but he said her name on that. You can't see nothing. No, it's almost like the phone is on the floor and like they in the bed or something, wherever they at. So you just hear everything, but you don't see nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just hear that boy breathing hard and shit. He give a couple quotes, making some noises, and like internet eating his ass up.
Okay. Well, I thought it was some gay shit about to be going on.
Somebody said he did that. Somebody said he did that to get rid of the gay rumors.
Well, that's what it sounded like. He done came out and he just said something.
You got to see the internet, though. The internet going crazy.
Say what?
The memes and shit is what's funny.
A healthy, active male.
Hold on.
It was me being a healthy, active male. I mean, y'all thought I was bull jiving. Hey, I'll get it in. Real talk.
This nigga This is. Oh yeah, he for sure did.
Somebody said he was hacked.
That's my Michelle. Have you ever said your wife's name like? Hey, have you ever? Hey, all right, dog. All right, that's the first I heard any of it. Like I seen AB post a meme, and I was like, "Damn, something."
That nigga AB called Russell Wilson a mutt.
He called him a mutt.
They was talking about black quarterbacks. I don't know who show he was on. They was talking about black quarterbacks. They was like, "Well, what about Russell Wilson?" He was like, "I'm talking about like black quarterbacks." Yeah, that nigga a mutt, right? He mixed.
Hey, man. Dog, this crazy, dog.
Low vibrational energy.
Hey, we got Central Florida traveling to Fort Worth, take on Texas Christian University. This line is sitting at 2.5. The total sitting at the total sitting at 61 right now. UCF 2-0 taking on the 2-0 TCU Horned Frogs. This game is going down at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. in Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, like I mentioned before. Get to some of these actual factuals for this game, as this is a Big 12 matchup. It's crazy. 3 years ago, we never would thought we'd be saying it. UCF is 4-2 against spread in the last 6 games. They underhit 5 out of the last 7 games. They are 1-4 straight up in the last 5 games when playing on the road. 1-6 straight up in the last 7 games when playing on the road against a Big 12 conference opponent. The overs hit 4 out of the last 5 games, though, whenever they're playing in the month of September. A couple of actual factors for TCU. They're 2-5 against the spread in the last 7 games. The unders hit 9 out of their last 13, 6 out of their last 7 at the crib. 1-7 straight up in the last 8 games against a Big 12 conference opponent. 6-1 against the spread. 6-1 straight up in the last 7 games when playing on week 3. If that's like, if you like those type. No injuries for UCF, but TCU got Dylan Wright, wide receiver. He's questionable for this game. A couple of guys that are out indefinitely. Avery Hem, Major Everhart, Vernon Glover, and Haas Hingy. Those guys are all out, but Jordan Bailey is questionable for this game with the shoulder injury. Last time we seen UCF, they took care of business against Sam Houston, 45-14. Shout out to the Bearcats. That's where my son go. But they did cover the spread. They was favored by -21.5. While TCU, this a bad beat. TCU beat, I think that's Lamar, LIU, 45-0, and the spread was 46.5. Ouch. Anywho, TCU taking on UCF. This looks like some low-hanging fruit. Marley, what's your play on this one?
You say it look like some low-hanging fruit, like a trap?
Yes.
Trap for who?
People jumping on UCF.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, because I'm on the goddamn Texas boys. Put me on those Longhorns. Money line me, please. I think it probably will be a tight game. If this game was in Florida, I probably would take Florida. KJ Jefferson. I don't know, boys. Remember KJ from Arkansas? Like he's pretty good quarterback. I just think it's too much, bro. Night game in Texas. It's gonna be rocking. It's gonna be jumping. These teams are fairly, I want to say fairly even, but I think TCU is a slightly better team. Hoover is not a bad quarterback. Young guy, sophomore, or is he a junior? Sophomore, I believe. 48 for 67, 600 yards, over 600 yards, 4 TDs. We know TCU's MO, they're going to come out and they're going to try to score and score fast. So the over might not be a bad look for this game. It's kind of high, but I like TCU money line here. I just think the home team at home, UCF on the road, they didn't look bad when they went to Stanford and got a decent win for them anyway. I think that's a good win for that program. For TCU, it's not like this is TCU of a couple years ago. They were top 5. Yeah, I just don't think UCF has enough to go on the road and take care of this team. Put me on those Horned Frogs. I agree with you on the low-hanging fruit. But money line me, please.
Money line, Marley bets, please. I do not have a play on this one, but I am going to watch it though. I'll probably do some live betting because both of these offenses can go, and I'm really interested in sitting down and just really watching KJ. And
it might be entertaining.
You know, I'll typically be watching, UCF for the last couple of years. This boy Josh was at that hoe, with Milton and Gabriel and all those guys, so I'm definitely going to tune in and watch. If I were to make a lean, though, I'll probably follow you on that. I probably am going to follow you on that, to be honest. But I'm not going to give it as an official play because I'm a live bet it. But Marley likes TCU, money line him, please. And that would have been my lean as well. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm the coach, Marley Bets. Last week I went 3-0 on my picks. Marley went 2-2 on his picks, and our overall record is 8-4. While I'm sitting at 3-2, and he's at 5-2. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Be sure to catch us every Wednesday, 8:30, right here on the channel, Brothas N Bets. You can catch us on Twitch, Facebook, and on IG. Once we update this package, because StreamYard just changed their prices on everybody. You can catch Marley Bets with a special guest on there every Wednesday, 4 o'clock Central Standard Time, as he covers the NFL. And you can always check out our Instagram and all our social media platforms. You know, we do give out the daily picks on stuff. And while I'm talking about the daily picks, right now, NFL, because I don't do the NFL show, because I just think NFL is janky as fuck. But I do dip and dab. You know, I'll throw some free plays out there, free picks that I'm looking at that I'm gambling on the NFL Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And I always give my Thursday night pick on the show because that's the game that's going down tomorrow. But with that being said, I like the Dolphins tomorrow, man. I like them tomorrow. Get the distractions out of the way. You know, I'm on the fence tomorrow, for sure. But let's get right into our next matchup. And I got to run to go grab my charger. And this one's all on you, Marley. We're talking about. Let me see something.
I'm trying to find my notes because this was the late ad. But
this is a late ad. You want to cover it or no?
Yeah. I mean, I'm still taking my same play. You talking about the BYU game, right?
Right. BYU. Well, this line actually opened up in favor of BYU minus 11.5, and right now it's at minus 8.5. So a lot of action is definitely coming in on Wyoming for this game.
Yeah, that's crazy. I gotta figure out why that is. I don't know why that is. That shit threw me off when I seen it. I was like, 8.5, it dropped that much, so something's going on. But I'm still on BYU as of right now. I'll post if something changes. I'm gonna take the 8.5. They went and beat SMU. I think SMU's overrated though, so I don't want to give them too much credit. But hey, you give me a scholarship to BYU, you give me a scholarship to Wyoming. I might go to Wyoming because I ain't gonna be no morning. But football program wise, I'm going to BYU. And I love taking them early in the season because they're a big physical team. So later in the season, they didn't got beat up some. But early in the season, they're a bet on team because all they're finna try to do is run the ball, pound you on defense. And we got same thing we say every time about this team. We got 22, 23-year-old grown men going up against because they go take the sabbatical or whatever they call it, the Mormon stuff. They go for 2 years, got to come back. So you got mostly upperclassmen, grown men going up against kids. Unless Wyoming then did some shit I don't know nothing about, but I know they started off the season losing to Arizona State 48-7, and then Idaho at the crib 17-13. So we talked about BYU SMU last week. We didn't cover it, but it is a game we brought up, and we both said BYU plus the points. So I'm going to continue with BYU and take the minus 8.5.
All right. So I don't have a play on this play, but shout out to Mikey homeboy, Rashawn Williams. He has a son that plays at Wyoming, Texas product. So he's a defensive lineman. Last name Williams. Check him out. And we appreciate everybody tuning in. We kind of blasting through this. That's Marley's play, and this right here is a late play that I missed, but I do have a play on this one. And we're talking about the 1-1 Texas A&M Aggies taking on the 1-1 Florida Gators with the high school player of the year taking the snaps because, you know, the starting quarterback got hurt. But now we are in the DJ Lagway era of Florida football. The line up 3.5, still sitting at 3.5, totals at 46.5. And just to kind of jump into it real quick for this one, I'm all over Florida right here in the swamp. Texas A&M, new coach. They're still trying to figure out stuff. Florida, second-year coach. It's the second year of 3 years. But Lagway is the truth. He's a Texas product, about 45 minutes up north of Houston. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I like Florida in this spot. I'm not sold on Texas A&M offense right now. They got a hellified defense, but we're going to the swamp. DJ Lagway looks like he's been in college now for 3 years. I'm on.
Do they have a hellified defense? I don't know. They're supposed to have a hellified defense. But do they have a hellified defense? I don't know. That remains to be seen. But I know what. After watching that Notre Dame game for Texas A&M, got to show me that was at the crib. And then Notre Dame just lost to NIU. Both those offenses are terrible. You think I'm going to give up points with that offense? Wigman? Fuck no. I'm all over the Gators here. I actually think they can win outright. This is going to be one of those sprinkle on the money line. I'm taking a 3.5 for show purposes, but I mean, I don't see why Florida can win this game. Wigman was terrible in that Notre Dame game. If Florida can play any kind of defense, they should get in trouble. And they in the swamp, one of the toughest places to play in college football, and you giving me a home dog? Yeah, give me Florida. I couldn't back this A&M team if you paid me to right now. Not after that shit I saw at Notre Dame. That shit was terrible. We think they have a defense. They're supposed to have a good defense, but yeah. I don't know. I think your boy Coach Jimbo might be on his way out. The season keeps going the way that's going. And I'm on a Lagway train. He played okay. Last week, just a freshman, like you said, Texas product. He'll get it. So give me Texas A&M, give me Florida. I'm tripping. Give me Florida and plus the 3.5 with a little sprinkle on that money line. I'm probably gonna lean under 46.5. I actually may jump on that because I just don't think Texas A&M can score. But I don't know if I want to back Florida's defense just like that. I mean, they did give up 41 to Miami and looked terrible. But Texas A&M gave up 23 to Notre Dame at the crib, and Notre Dame's offense is terrible. So, but for sure, put me on the Gators. Put me on the Gators, man. Plus the 3.5. I'm definitely gonna sprinkle a little something on that money line. What time of game is this? Oh, it's a 2:30 game, second round of games. I sure wish it was a night game. I definitely go jump on that money line if it was a night game. Let me see what's up with this new coach. Oh, never mind. I see what's up with this new coach. All right. Guess he left it all on me. So that concludes goddamn college show for the night. A quick recap, real quick. Coach is on Florida money line. He's also on Arizona State money line. He's on Bama -16, and he's on BC +16. Your boy. See what you do with my plays. I'm looking like this right here. Bama -16, BC +16, TCU at the crib money line, BYU -8, and I guess he didn't write my Florida in, but we're on Florida +3.5, and then we're gonna sprinkle a little bit on that money line. Coach jumped on the money line. I ain't even mad at it. And as you can tell, niggas getting just and shit sick. So we about to get this shit up out of here, man. I am Marley Bets, and this is Brothas N Bets. And like I say every time before we get up out of here, man, y'all already know what it is. Let's eat Vegas. And we out this motherfucker.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making